Just before we begin, and I take this thing off the screen, just a quick audio test. If you guys can hear me, just let me know in the chat if the microphone is overpowered by the music, please. At the moment, I'm just a disembodied voice with no face. So I can always turn the music down if it's too loud, or turn the microphone up if it's too quiet or whatever. Alright, I'll see you in a few minutes, guys. We'll be starting at 6 o'clock GMT. So, yeah. Right, so we should be all good, hopefully. Let me just move my OBS out of the way so I can actually read the comments there. That'd be good. So, yeah, as you can see, the stream is Minecraft. I was going to do Battlefront 2, however, the usual crew, I think, are busy, so we'll just be here today. We've got Darkside here. I don't know how long he's going to stay for, but he's here. So we'll start off, same as usual, with a little tour of what's new, what's been going on, and then we'll move on to actually making something. And I have actually made progress with some of the builds that we've been doing in the streams before, but this time around we'll actually try and do something on the stream rather than just off camera. So we'll start. There's nothing new in Halo again. I'll like say that straight out of the way. There's a lot of stuff over there I need to show you. These are the next 4 upcoming tutorials. So you've got like fairly big ones. I mean, this one obviously isn't. This one was like 10 minutes long. But then this one was slightly bigger. Then we got the Razor Crest and then the Resurgent. You know, massive things. And it's just going to get bigger, to be honest. So, yeah, that's those things. Moving over to... I kind of want to save that to last, actually. 1-to-1 Republic stuff. I don't think anything's new here except one thing. And there's a funny story to do with this. Oh, 2 things, actually. No, 3 things. Right, okay. We're getting somewhere. So the ARC 170 is new. And the funny story is... Oh, there's also that. I was really mistaken. There's a fair few new things here. So the new ARC 170 is kind of like... I wouldn't say it's a replacement for this one, because people have said they prefer this one. So... yeah, I would definitely say that this one kind of goes alongside it as a sort of alternate model. There are some proportional differences, but yeah, I think it does look a bit better in general. But whatever, it's your personal choice, I guess. This is not done. Don't worry, this is nowhere near done. It was just a little test. So over here we have the new ATT, which is pretty nice. There's actually an interior for this, somehow. I'm not sure how I managed it, but there's no seats yet. I haven't managed to put seats in, but you actually do have the space for an interior, and at the front as well. So, you know, you can fit the 20-something clones in there that it's meant to be able to fit. And then we also have, and this is a new one, this is the ATOT. Something that I thought I'd never do because the size of it isn't right on Wikipedia. It's oh, I didn't tell the story about the ARC 170. I'll do that in a minute. Yeah, so the size on Wikipedia is 14.3 meters, which is like really small. I think, what's the closest to that? And that's 16 meters long. This is 16 meters. Yeah, so this is 14 meters. Essentially, the ATOT would be only that size in length and like 5 meters wide, which just doesn't work. What I think happened was when they made the measurements for the ATOT, they used the old measurement for the ATT, which was like 12 point something meters, I think. So obviously then, if you say the ATT is 12 meters and the ATOT is 14, what I did was actually just took the same kind of scale up that the ATT had and applied it to the ATOT. And I think they look really good together. And the interior space is definitely like kind of what I expect it to be. So I think, yeah, this is about 1-to-1 scale. In terms of the funny story for this, so I'm a kind of little bit of a lazy person. So I'd done like one side of this and then went to copy it over. And the way, I don't know if you used World Edit before, but the way that we usually copy and paste is you grab one corner and that's the first point, and then grab the second corner, that's the second point. Essentially what happened was, I think I grabbed like this bit here as like the second point, meant to grab this but never actually clicked it, and I'd been working on the 5-to-1 Lambda class shuttle, which is all the way over here, and the first point of that was like down there. So then when I copied and flipped right, basically everything that's on this side from here all the way, all of that as well, all the way up to here, then flipped to the right and absolutely destroyed everything over here, including like every single 2-to-1 ship, Clone's lightsaber collection. The entire spawn area was destroyed. Like that wall there had been copied to like that point, and was, yeah, it was weird. All the tutorials that I'd done had been like destroyed, so it was not good. And then thank you to Clone543 for, you know, fixing that for me or helping me fix it. Do you think you'll ever do a tutorial of Bad Batch of ship? Yeah, I'm trying to get a good scale measurement of what size it is. In the recent episode, I think when they're walking out of it, there's like a good like side shot of the thing, and you can kind of, if you take the height of the characters, you can definitely get a height of the ship, and there, if you got a height one, you can probably you know, guess what length it is as well. So I don't think anything else over here is new. In terms of patrons, if any of your patrons, in the next month, this is going to be a reward that you can get with your build points, the Consular Frigate, so that's going to be pretty interesting, see if anyone gets that. Dude, you're a god to me. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. New ATT is going to be here, as you can see. Proportionally, the old one, I didn't realise how off it was, and it still looks pretty good, don't get me wrong, but the body is just too wide. It's way too wide, and in fact you'll see that with the 1-to-1 model as well. Over here, like the front of this is 7 wide, the front of that is 5. It really makes a big difference in 1-to-1 especially. I mean, yeah, up here the top is like 3 blocks with the walls as well, makes it kind of like 4.5, whereas up here it's 7 at the back, which is a massive difference. And it's also just smaller in general because this one is 24 meters long, whereas it's actually meant to be like 22.02 meters. That's what we've got here. And I could barely fit an interior in that one, so yeah, it was a pretty cool thing that I managed to fit it in this. But that's it for these two sections really. Like I said, new ATTE, but it's nowhere near finished. We just did the tutorial on this. Hope you checked that out and had a look at it. So yeah. Probably going to remake the front end of the 2-to-1 MTT before we even consider doing a tutorial on that. The nose here is just, it feels way too droopy, and yeah, I kind of want it to be more like rounded like that, if you get me, rather than drooping down at the front. On the new 2-to-1 X-Wing, the sandstone stairs on the wings tried to corner off. What, these ones? Not sure why. I don't know if it's a difference with bedrock or... Strange. Anyway, back to what I was saying. New Hailfire droid, still no progress with this. I'm never making any good progress with that. I'm not sure if I showed this before, but I'm remaking Darth Maul's ship. This is going to be really cool. The old one was actually really good. I'll say it straight up, like the old one was pretty accurate for the time. I can't remember when I made it exactly. I think it might have been... It was probably end of 2017 because that was when Battlefront 2 came out. And that's where kind of it was most seen, I'd say, other than Episode 1. And the new one, in terms of differences, I mean, a lot of the sizes are pretty much the exact same. The main difference is going to be that that front section isn't going to be so thin anymore. As you can see, it's more built up. But yeah, otherwise, like I said, it's still a really good model. And I did a tutorial, I think, didn't I? If I did one, definitely go check it out because it's a really, really cool ship. Probably one of my favourite in Star Wars. Rebels. No, not the chocolate. Rebels. There's nothing new. Oh, there is actually one thing, which is the completed solo Falcon. Looks pretty cool. But apart from that, I think that's everything. The Tanta V4 is still due the remake because they give it a new size. However, I'm still 100% certain that this is the actual size, 150 meters. But they're claiming it's 126. So if they stick with that, then, you know, new model is due, I guess. 2-to-1 Rebels, there's nothing new. You know, you've seen the U-Wing, I think, already. So we can just fly straight past that. Imperials, 1-to-1. We have the brand new Lambda shuttle. So this is getting ready for a tutorial. And it's also in the Patreon for next month for the new rewards. So yeah, this is really, really awesome. The old model was just way too fat. Again, it was sort of like the ATTE where the measurements weren't quite right, and I just went back, did it as close as I could, and I think it definitely looks really awesome. Moving on from there, I don't think there's anything else new here. Is there going to be a tutorial on resistance transport from The Force Awakens? When I get around to making it, then yeah, probably, but I really have not been focusing on the Resistance or First Order, like, at all, since I started the server. We've got a few things, but not much whatsoever. The Zeta is still fairly new, so you might have not seen it from the last World Showcase thing. But yeah, this is massive. Like, if you've been a fan of the channel for a long time, you know that I had one of these, like, half-made, in the background of all my videos when I was on my single player world, and finally we actually have one that's finished. This is a brand new design though. It wasn't anything like the old one in terms of shape. The Sentinel, now this is interesting. If you've been in the recent live streams, I've been building this Sentinel. There's a fair chance this is going to get destroyed, removed. I had like a reference image of the side of this particular model. I don't know who made it. Someone in the comments just asked if I did the Juggernaut from Revenge of the Sith. Yeah, that was back in the Republic section. And we've got a 2-to-1 model coming as well. So the side view was the only thing that this particular artist did from what I can find, and I worked like really close to that, like really close. But then I've found, well, I'll say that in a minute, but I've couldn't work out how wide it was and how tall it was, so I kind of had to guess. But then I found a reference that's like all of the angles. It's very slightly different in the model, but it's still based off the Rebels version. And that one's the one I'm working from now, and that's a new started one here. And it is a shame because this was going to be a really good model. I might still finish it, I don't know. But I'm really not happy with how the head looks. And I always preferred the Sentinel's lower down glass rather than just having the Lambda cockpit scaled up. I don't really like that. But that's what they did for Rebels. So yeah, that's all those bits all done and dusted. Let's go over here. Nothing new for the Resistance. The ATM6 1-to-1 scale is still in progress. I did a tiny little bit on it today, but very struggling with it because it is really hard. Yeah, a lot of weird angles on this thing. Will you release the Zeta 2.1 as a tutorial? Potentially at some point. It's like probably the upper like upper bracket of what I'd consider to be a doable tutorial, with narration anyway. So potentially it'd be like an insanity tutorial, I think. The Sandcrawler has actually had progress. We've got the treads are now not finished, but I mean I've actually done the top of the treads now, which is good, and I've also added another tread, so it's not just one, so there is progress there. That's something. We got a 1-to-1 Django Fett Slave one here, but we don't have the flight model yet. There won't be a separate tutorial for this, it's just a recolor of that. So the 1-to-1 Razor Crest is most likely going to get a remake at some point. I don't even have the yellow lines on there, which is like the only thing breaking up all the greys, so I'm not sure why I didn't add those, but yeah, they're not there. And some of the proportions are a bit off, but I'll see what I can do at this scale, because there isn't really much. I'm going to do a tutorial in the Cloud Car soon, because I want to just get it out of the way. And the Naboo Starfighter in 2-to-1, not because I want to get it out of the way, but I just I do really like the model. I think it'd be quite good to do, and it is very, very cute and a big improvement over the previous model. We don't talk about that. Someone said, when is the 2-to-1 Slave 1 tutorial? Your new model looks so good. Thank you, and I'm not sure because I want to update a lot of the colours on this first, on both models. In the tutorial we'll obviously be doing Boba Fett's, Django's will be a recolor, but this was made in 1.12, so it's still got cobblestone walls everywhere. All this colour here is probably going to be redone, and then the body is probably going to be recolored as well. And then this bit down here isn't too bad, but still I could change a few of the materials out. The 2-to-1 Razor Crest. Now we just did the tutorial on that actually, and it's not out yet. It's going to be out in probably about a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks, depending on when I get to upload. So yeah, look out for that, because that's... Wait, have I uploaded? I haven't uploaded it. No, I had a weird thought that I'd already done it. That was weird. 2-to-1 Sandcrawler. People have asked if this would be a tutorial, and honestly, I doubt it. I don't think it's popular enough to warrant just the amount of effort that would go into this. This is definitely like a 4 or 5 hour long tutorial, so I don't know if it's really worth it. I'll probably just release it as a schematic. There's an interior in here. I didn't do this. Clone did this at some point. I've never noticed this before. So yeah, thanks Clone. What else have we got? This is the this smaller scale stuff, I guess. So we've just done the Resurgent. That's just been recorded. So that'll be again out just after the Razor Crest at some point soon. The ISD and Venator have both been updated since the tutorials, so they'll probably get remade. And the Acclimator has not been made yet, but is it really worth it? You could probably do it from this view. Like that. That's it. There you go. You got the tutorial there. The Tantive 4 at 1-to-10 scale. Oh, those are 1 to. Wait, hang on. I think these are 1-to-50, aren't they? Yeah, these are 1-to-50. These are 1-to-10. Tantive 4 at 1-to-10 scale is a lot smaller now because of the changed sizes. So it still looks alright, but whatever. I'm still annoyed about them changing the size of it. The Consular class in 1-to-10 looks pretty good. Nebulon, we already did that. We still need to do this, don't we? I finished it like in preparation for a tutorial and then never did the tutorial. So that'll come at some point soon. Just reminded me. The Venator 1-to-10. I know a lot of you guys have been asking for this, and it was voted for, and I just kind of ignored the vote because this is daunting. I'm dreading it, because there's also an interior inside that Clone made, and it's got like a sort of a mini bridge, so that'll be interesting. I'm definitely going to try and get it out there, but it will be one of the next kind of like mega tutorials, because that one took, what was it, like 2 hours or something like that, or 1.5 maybe, I can't remember. So this one, you know, probably 2.5, 3 hours. I don't know. Obviously, I'd have to see when I did it. Then this one, don't even ask about this. It's not going to happen as a tutorial, not anytime soon anyway. I just couldn't see myself like going through all this because there's so many different things. Yeah, like blocks and stuff. Like cyan, you've got chiseled stone bricks there randomly. You got stones, you've got andesites, you've got polished andesites, you've got smooth stone. There's a carpet missing there. And then you've got all your slab stone bricks, smooth stone, andesite, polished andesite, stone. Just random bits here where there's just a carpet, like an indent. Yeah, it's crazy. This is more like a... This was never really meant to be a tutorial. It's more just like a display piece, and you can definitely have ways to get your hands on it. You know, I'll put it in the schematic archive at some point, but it won't be anytime soon. Yeah, absolutely colossal. Bruce Dungoof said, "Please free me from this purgatory. I have a vivid memory of seeing a one-to-one solo police speeder. Is it real?" I haven't made it, but someone might have. I don't know. 87 Dipped Fusion 87 Gaming. All of these builds are so amazing. I wish I could do the same to my Star Wars builds. It just takes time, practice, and a lot of determination and energy drinks to get through them. But you like change your style. Like when I started, if you look at my earliest videos, I got like a really messed up accent, but I've also got builds that are just purely, you know, blue terracotta and a couple of slabs here and there. Yeah, it's just time does things to the way that your mind sees Minecraft, I think, and it stops becoming like... So I think a lot of people will do kind of caricatures of the vehicles. So like if it's, let's say the Covenant Wraith from Halo, which is one of my earliest builds, you obviously got to get that bulbous shape, you got to get the big mortar on top. As long as you get those things, it's a Wraith. But then as time goes on, you focus more on the little details, and it gets more and more accurate until the point where you've turned what could be a 3-minute tutorial into a 40-minute one. So, yeah, that was just a weirdly non-needed explanation of how my builds have progressed. But yeah, that's everything here. Let's go to the 5-to-1 section, because that's what I wanted to show you. Been working on a 5-to-1 Slave 1 here, which is killing me. The angles on this are horrific. Even with like all 4 sides referenced in pictures and everything, I can't. There's just so many curves. I don't like it. Yeah, the glass, you know, I just don't know where to start with it, to be honest. But I mean, if you look at the shape of it, it's looking pretty good so far, and it's pretty massive. Bruce Dungoose again says, "How do I know when to stop using one block? All my ships are polished andesite monstrosities. Please help. There are too many of them." I don't know. At a certain point, you kind of have to start changing your block palettes. Like again, referencing like the early days of my channel. Like I said, I was using a lot of blue terracotta for the like the Covenant vehicles from Halo, and then I'd use like stone occasionally as well, to sort of like the grey bits, the metallic bits. And then from there, you know, you kind of introduce polished andesite to sort of give more shiny, like metal surfaces. And then, you know, you might put a button on there, although buttons tend to come a lot later. You tend to vary your colours a bit more first. Like then you might switch to, I don't know, let's say we're building something UNSC and you're building using green terracotta all the time. You might introduce lime terracotta as a secondary colour for it, and then green concrete. But I mean, you have to try it on your own. Just trying to vary your palette a bit more. It'd be like eating bread every single day instead of, you know, you could put some, I don't know, chips on the bread, and you could be very British, and put some ketchup on there. So it's kind of like that, and now I've made myself hungry. So yeah, just vary your palettes a bit. What about the acclimator? How is that going, Brandon? Why my name? I don't. It doesn't seem right hearing my name. So yeah, we'll come back to these in a sec. I'll show you the acclimator. I actually, interestingly enough, we're working on this today. I don't know where it is. I've lost it again. No, that's the Venator. This is the acclimator. So I've been working on the sides. I've got these on there now, which is good. Obviously none of this is done yet. Hey Brandon, is it water or water? It depends where you're from. Yeah, I subconsciously say water, but I think if I'm made aware of the fact that I'm doing that, I'll say water. Been working on the inside of this as well. Not done too much yet. A lot of the proportions are messed up on this. I've been using like one still image from the Clone Wars, the landing at Point Rain, I think it's called. But yeah, that's enough of that. I've got a lot of work to do on it still. I want to finish the sides first. But before the quarantine, I knew how to build a little wood box in Minecraft, and when it's over, I'm a freaking master builder. I wouldn't say that I've increased my like building productivity since, you know, lockdown, quarantine, whatever. I haven't really changed my building style. The only thing I've changed that really is using banners a bit more. So, what else is new in the 5-to-1 realm? Obviously, a lot of these are unfinished, and I just start a load of projects and just chip away at them until they're all like 90% done, like the Ghost, and then start new things. Here's an ATST. This is in 5-to-1 scale. Pretty massive. In Ireland, instead of water or war, we say war. Can you sign to me, please, gamer? Yes, I can. Hi. I know I've been working on a 3-to-2 acclimator, and I can't figure out how the underside of it looks. What? A 3-to-2? A 3-to-2. Interesting. I can't figure out how it looks either. So good luck. How much lag do you get? Not much. Not unless I open Minecraft and Photoshop at the same time. Hi, I'm a big fan. Thank you, Majestic, with a K. 1.5-to-1. Why? Why would you make it so big? That's still massive. Wow. Acclimator. You and Jerry Craft need to do a build together. It'd be legendary. He does a lot of like. I know he does a lot of scenery and buildings and stuff. I mean, if he was building like a Star Wars themed world, you could do the buildings, and you could use my ship, yeah. But sadly, I think he's a bit too famous to associate with me. So let's. I kind of want to work on the slave one a little bit. Because I'm aware I've dragged on the showcase just a little bit too long. But again, it's just so hard. I don't know where to start with it. I could do this ramp, I guess. That's kind of simple. I haven't got any references ready though. I wasn't really prepared. Is there anything else I could do? Big yawn. I could work on the Ghost, but again, I don't have the references. I need something that I know. No, you're going to stay unfinished. I just had a really bad voice crack. That was horrible. Is there anything else I've missed from over here? Oh yeah, I mentioned earlier the Lambda. If you want to see this is the one that caused all the trouble. It's looking pretty fine. Look at these engines. Yeah, that's pretty nice. The V-Wing's still in the half-finished state, as with like 9% of other things. It's also got the 1-to-1 Nebulon B, which hasn't been touched since I last showed it off. This is a framework for the V19 Torrent. As you can see, it's just a pad so far. This is the Arquitins, which I've actually added to the next month's Patreon. So make sure to go check that out if you want to have this as just like, you can literally just get it as a schematic. It just takes a fair amount of points to get it. You'd have to save them up. It's I think 300 build points. And again, in terms of Patreon, there's the intergalactic tier where you get, I think it's 60 points, and then ultimate is 35 points per month. I don't remember the rest. Top is I can't remember. I think it's 15, and then super is 10, but I might be wrong by that. Have you ever thought of a 5-to-1 T70 resistance X-Wing? Good question. Good question. I actually have. I'm thinking of making Poe Dameron's original X-Wing. The black and white, not white, sorry, black and orange one. Because it is a very, very good looking thing. Yeah, so Clone has just sent me a kind of, I guess, front view of the slave one, which that's interesting. Because it actually looks different in episode 2, which is where I've got the previous reference of the underside of the slave one from. Yeah, cool. Thanks, Clone. On the Millennium Falcon 2-to-1 build, I guess you said you got the feet a bit wrong, so can you share that build, please? Yeah, yeah, of course I can. I've just flown past it because I was reading comments. Sorry. So I'll quickly mark this out for you, just the width and stuff. So I don't think I've changed any of this. It's apart from like these being cobblestone walls before. So these are the back feet. Ignore that slab and then do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Just making sure that's right. And that's where the front foot starts, basically. And then for width, you should have, let's say from this back slab again, it's probably going to be smooth stone on both of these, so ignore the fact it's andesite. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We'll just wand it in a second. It's 19 between the 2 feet. And then I'll just show you this front one as well. So go to the left of that. Again, I think it should be like 17 or 19 or 21, something like that. So do 21, and then in the middle, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That makes 6 in total, and that's where the front foot starts. So there you go. That's your fixed version of my mess up in the Falcon video. Oh, actually, was it even the same Falcon? That's a good point. I think that was the old Falcon. Yeah, I can't show you that one, I'm afraid. I don't have it anymore on this world. So that was a blooming waste of time, wasn't it? Yeah, I don't know for that one. I haven't seen that model in years. Or was it that one? I can't remember. I'm guessing it's a 6-hour one. Right, let's actually build something. So yeah, the Slave One is like one of my favorite Star Wars ships, alongside the Darth Maul's, how do you say, Scimitar? I don't know, but yeah, that's the 2 of my favorite ships. I like the ones that aren't really like assigned to a faction. I know that Darth Maul's ship is obviously technically separatist, and so is Boba's in terms of Battlefront 2, but well, it's villains, I guess. Yeah, I just like them because they're very unique, I'd say. Bro, I would substitute. I can't say that, but I know it's that sea animal for concrete stairs and slabs. Yeah, no, same. I don't even see mobs in the server. Callum Johnson says, "Did you ever get a rune scimitar on RuneScape?" I never played that game. Because I had friends when I was younger. Oh wait, no, you can. Oh no, wait, you can prove that wrong. Never mind. Doesn't matter. Anyway, on with the build. We're not going to do that because I don't have the references loaded. We are going to instead go over to the acclimator because I'm going to work on that because I need to. So I'm using this reference from I think it's ArtStation. Let's see what his name was, just so I can give a bit of credit. It's from a fan game, I believe. And I'll put a link in the comments of the stream if you want to look at the model that I'm using. I used kind of like an orthographic reference for the actual dimension. That I'm using this for sort of like the details. There's a 3D model, so it's by I can't say his name. I'm guessing he's French or something. Etienne Béchette. I don't know. Alright, so I'm just loading my, well, not my 3D model, I'm loading this guy's 3D model so I can work from it. And we're going to do a bit of detail. So you can see, if you've gone on that link that I sent to the chat, these little bits here is basically where I got to. They're like two massive tubes. I don't know what they do, what they're for, but they're there on the model. So I've essentially made them, I guess, kind of cannons in a way. So maybe something shoots out from there. I'm guessing that's what they meant to represent on the model, but yeah, I don't know. I haven't spoke to the person. So the material kind of palette for this, polished andesite, stone. I'm going to get rid of the wand as well because we don't really need it. Smooth stone. Let's also take andesite walls, and we're going to take these 4 colours as well. Prismarine bricks and cyan stained glass are going to be our blue glass colours, and then dark prismarine and green stained glass are going to be our green glass colours. So I'm going to split the, I don't know, there might be torpedo launch tubes, I don't know. Someone says check Discord, someone's made a 3-2 acclimator. Also, while I'm on Discord, I've just seen your Republic Y-Wing mixie. Looks pretty cool. Yeah, pretty good. Oh my god. Jeez! Oh my god, he made a 3-2 scale acclimator class. So essentially 1 point. No, actually, I can't even work that out. That's, I just don't know why. I'm terrified of you. Oh dear. Wow, that's crazy. That is crazy. I'm gonna have to check that out again later. I'm not on Discord anymore. I can't zoom in on this reference image because my mouse scroll wheel's broken for the second time. So I've emailed Corsair regarding it. Hopefully they're going to send me another replacement. But it's just a massive faff last time. I had to like send the old mouse off. I had to go to the post office and get a package for it and send it off, and then it took like 3 weeks for them to actually receive it. It was very annoying. But without the scroll wheel, I can't scroll between my blocks, which is really annoying. I have to do it with my number keys. I just couldn't imagine the thought process that goes behind making a 3:2 scale acclimator. That just, I mean, I am at a loss. I'm at a complete loss. It's like the kind of people who would make a 5:1 scale Star Destroyer. I just don't get it. It's scary. Right, let's actually do something. Like I said, I can't actually zoom in on the reference, which is really annoying. Yeah, I'm gonna have to like. I might have to put my glasses on. I don't know. Right, so we're about here. This is where one of these kind of flaps are. It's just behind the cannon. So let's just do like what looks like pipes. And build those all the way around. Bring that one up to like there. Art Trooper Blitz says, hi, what is this? This is a 1:1 scale acclimator from Star Wars Episode 2 and the Clone Wars that we're currently working on. So we're going to do, let's say, a sort of area for a window to go. So I'll have the window be, I don't know, about here. Could make it 3 tall. There goes Darksider. There we go, that's a little window. I was thinking about putting potentially hangers on the side here. Because it is definitely tall enough to have something like a AAT or you know, like a V-wing or something. So I'm quickly just gonna reply to a message on my phone. But I'll try and still talk. I can't really do both at the same time. Alright. Alright, let's carry on. Let's add a pipe going from here. Normally I wouldn't use this kind of really like brutalistic style of detail, which is just blocks and blocks going all over the place. But I'd say for something that's this scale, it doesn't matter. You can't go like minuscule with the detail and something like this. It doesn't make a difference. And half the stuff like entity blocks, like skeleton skulls, are just going to disappear once you get a certain amount of distance away anyway. There's just no point. So I'm going to try and keep the like style of detail consistent. Out here's Clone, and here's Darksider. The gang is together. Looking at getting the server updated to 1.17 once all the plugins are updated, so we'll have some new blocks then. And then obviously we got the world height increase. I think should be 1.18. I'm guessing. I really shouldn't have used concrete powder in this, because it's just messing me up. There we go, some more windows. We'll also put another one up here somewhere. We've got some there just sort of in the wall on their own. What could I add? Maybe a few circles here and there. I need to get up to here, and the detail is just very random. So let's do, yeah, let's add some circular things. So I'll do a 3 by well, technically 5x5 circle like that, and then another one next to it, like so. And then let's say that these are big old vents. So we'll put iron bars in them. Should use moss carpets for the TX130 when the plugins are updated. What's a moss carpet? I don't know what that is. I'm guessing it's a carpet of moss, but I mean, why not just use a green carpet? If we go to the earliest part that I did of the detail, which is over here, we can get a better view of what sort of style I'm going for. I think this is a little bit over. Hey, look, a skeleton face. Yeah, a little bit over kind of detailed in terms of like all these pipes and the big blocks everywhere. More kind of want this kind of detail. So not all of the grey bits are covered up. You can see it's kind of going more to that style there. So I don't mind if it's kind of spread about and sort of mixed, but yeah, we'll see what happens. We can always change it. So let's just say what we could do is have like a circle here. Like that. Change the corners to be stairs. When is the I can't even say it. When is the new UNSC and Covenant vehicles coming out? Ideally, I'm waiting for 1.17 so I can update all the color schemes of the UNSC vehicles to be because we can get the, what's it called, slightly or semi-weathered cut copper something, I don't know, waxed something, and it's like a greenish block, which really well for UNSC, and I want to wait for that to come out, or to be on the server at least, before I do any 1.17 UNSC, no, any UNSC tutorials in general, sorry. We have like another pipe, sort of like this. One there, two. So we're just following the kind of thingy of the outside. I'll probably leave it about there actually. If we have another thing here. That kind of joins up to that. Change that to a different block actually, and then just grab our stairs again. There we go, and then we kind of need like a. There we go, perfect. Yeah, it will be coming soon. It's just because we have to update the server first. I mean, I can do the tutorials, but then if like I wanted to copy them onto the server, I couldn't because our server's still in 1.16. We have to wait for the plugins to be updated. Also, just what's your opinion on Among Us memes? Do you think they should die already? Because I can't go on YouTube without me telling you when is the process of making my life hell or not. I mean, you must have been searching for stuff to do with Among Us to begin with, because I don't get anything like that. So I didn't even realise they were still a prominent meme, and I never played the game. It's like I never played Fortnite. So yeah, this is all I play, and Battlefront 2, and Halo, and Battlefield 4. And that's it. Let's carry on. This is absolutely exhausting me, by the way. I'm very tired. Alright, so yeah, we have another one of those, which kind of keeps the style sort of consistent across, which is good. I mean, it's not on the same layer, but it's fine. It doesn't matter. I'll probably take this one out because it's just in the way now. And in its place, we grab more smooth stone, do a few little, I don't know, things, little doors or something. I don't know. Are you going to play Battlefield 2042? Yeah, most likely. It was pretty good. I'd liked Battlefield 4 a lot. And obviously they went like further and well, they went really far back in the past, and then sort of halfway back in the past, and then they also made Hardline, which I don't think anyone talks about Hardline. I'm not actually sure what you did on that game. Mixie says, you're making a server, right? Is that a question? You're making a server, right? Are you saying that I'm making it right? Or are you asking if I'm making one? If you are, what's it going to be about? I'm not sure. I think it's just going to be a place for like everyone to hang out. There'll be places to build, places to look through like the things that I've made. There'll be mini games and stuff like that. Yeah, it's just going to be a good time overall. It'd be strictly regulated, you know, so that everyone's having a nice time. Do a bit more detail there. Looked a bit empty. Battlefield Hardline, Equal Cops and Robbers. Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm guessing the gameplay is just sort of the same like gun gameplay as the other ones. I'm guessing. Right. So we are about a third of the way across now. Which is, yeah, that's horrible. Probably by the next time I do a live stream, I will have done all of that. And then the next point I need to do is the ramps. Changing the colour of those, making them right. The problem is, if I do the ramps, that means the acclimator is technically landed, in which case I would also have to add the feet that are absolutely colossal. So I mean, I could put these ramps in, have no interior, and call it done and close that up, but I don't know. I don't know what I want to do yet. That would kind of be the lazy approach, I think. So yeah, I haven't decided. Now on this bit here, there is like a on the reference model I'm using, like a sort of. Again, I can't really see because my mouse scroll was broken, so I can't zoom in on the model, which is really annoying. But there's like a thing all the way across here. Why do you put yourself through this pain? I don't know. I don't know. Boredom, probably. Alright, so that's about right in terms of height, I think. Maybe one shorter. You'll be able to tell what this is in a minute. I know I'm not really explaining myself very well. But I never do. I'm not very good at talking, despite the fact that's like what I do for my videos. So yeah, that's kind of like what's there. And then it's kind of got lights all the way across it, from what I can tell. So I'm going to do smooth stone and stone across the bottom. And then the lights will go above. And there'll be lights and windows. I don't know. I'm going to do lights, going to do windows. We'll see, won't we? Bruce asks, how do you join the Discord? So anyone who isn't in the Discord, there is a link. I think it's set to never expire. If you go on my community page on my channel, there should be a link there that takes you to the Discord. How long did I miss? We've been here since 6, and I'm looking at wrapping up soon, sadly. But I will try and do more live streams more frequently. Your voice has changed so much in the past few years. Yeah, I mean, I was still like, how old was I? About 15 when I started the channel, and I had a very high-pitched voice. And now, through years of talking into a microphone, I think I've yeah, changed it a fair bit. Wait, why don't you have community page access? Is that something you can... Well, I didn't know you couldn't have community page access. I'll put a link in the chat. Invite people. Let's see. See if this works. 1 to 180 ACT. Yeah, I mean, I do still need to do it. It's just I don't really like building walkers, I'm gonna be honest with you. But I will do it because I know a lot of people are waiting for it. Where is it? Where am I? I'm lost. I'm at the miscellaneous section. Let's fly all the way over to it. So, like, in terms of a tutorial, I couldn't even see it taking that long. It's just building legs is really annoying when they're this tall. I could probably do the legs in like, I don't know, 5 minutes build time, and then it's just layers of the body, which again would take maybe 40, 50 minutes. So we're looking about an hour tutorial, but maybe even shorter than that. But it's still just, I don't know. I just don't really like building walkers, but I will do it, like I said, because I know you guys have been wanting it. So I'm going to get back to what I was actually doing. So I'm going to use, because what I've got is over here, I'll show you. So behind the glass is like sea lanterns to kind of simulate light, I guess. It sort of be like, it is meant to be like glass windows, but then behind it you can just imagine that it's like a little area. There's like a canteen or something, or a walkway. But obviously there's nothing actually in there. It's just an illusion. So I'm going to do like 1 every 2. Let's see how that works out. Yeah, perfect. It's fine. And then for the gaps, let's do not smooth stone. We'll try stone. Obviously, all those need to have sea lanterns behind them. But it'll look good when it's done. Now, a bit of detail here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 2 there. Again, I'm trying to... Michael says, love the NTT, by the way. Yeah, thank you. It's a good tutorial. It went really fast. Again, I can't see what the detail actually is very well because I can't zoom in on the model. So I'm just going to try my best. Got 1 there going... Actually, let's put it here. Going up, across... And let's say it goes, and we'll do a little bit of a unique thing here at a diagonal. Like that. We've not got many diagonals so far, so yeah, it's good to introduce that. We'll do another 4 across here, and then we're going to do 4 stone. And 4 more of those. We're probably going to end this video, by the way, at about 1/4 past, so an hour and 15 minutes isn't too bad. We'll do a couple of standalone pillars, like that. And on this side here, we'll add a little bit of glass. So there we go, that's your blue lights again. I'll add another 2 little ones here, I guess. Just a bit more detail there. What can we put here? Let's just do some stone blocks in a row like that. Very simple. So that's that bit done. Now we move on to where the sort of cut out section is, and that's going to be a big long section. The main thing that I need to keep an eye on here is the fact that the overhang is a lot smaller here. So obviously if I'm building like outwards like that, I can't really build up too far, otherwise it'll mess this up. Elsestrus, what is the funniest thing you've ever seen or heard? That's a weird question. I'm not sure. I know there was an occasion where I think I was out with my friend and something he'd said or done made me laugh. But I was eating ice cream and cookie dough at the time, and I was like trying to chew it, and then I absolutely broke down laughing. But because I was also eating at the same time, I was just like spitting it out everywhere, and everyone was looking at me, like dozens of people, and I couldn't stop laughing because I knew by that point that I was also spitting everywhere, and so it was just a vicious cycle. And it was really funny, and it made my friend laugh, like to an extreme length. So I think it must have been something really funny. If I went to that length. Is it GIF or GIF? I've always said GIF, but I've heard it's pronounced GIF, so whatever. Michael, I'm not doing it inside in the typical sense now. There might be, if we keep the ramps, there might be a small area here. I say small, I mean it's pretty massive. For vehicles and ships to leave out of the bottom hangar, but that would be it. Like there'd be a massive wall there, or like fake corridors or something. But none of that is going to get filled, and not by me anyway. I don't know if Clone wants to take a stab at it, but I doubt he would. Yeah, it's purely like a aesthetic model. There's no real usability to it. And it would take ages anyway. Oh, I forgot to mention. So we did like a load of detail on this side. We probably did up to about there before. And you notice now it's missing. That wasn't intentional. So I went to copy the acclimator from its original resting place to here. And I copied it in pieces. So I did like, well, you can see these red lines actually. I did like only one half, and I did up to the red line. So then it was basically that slice there. And then I copied that, and then copied the next piece, which was that, and then the back is one piece as well. But I was copying left to right, and we only did the detail on this side. So then when I flipped it over again to recreate the acclimator in its full sense, we lost all that detail. It's completely gone. It's never going to be able to come back. So that was a waste of a stream. My day's ruined. I'm not going to talk about Brexit. I don't know enough about the specifics to give my own opinion. So it'd just be spreading misinformation really if I even tried to. Couldn't you copy some of the designs on the sides from one side to another? Is in right to left, or from there to like over here? Because sadly these aren't like all just the same wall. There are actually areas where it goes to, from, you can see it goes 2 2 2 2 2, and then it goes 1 2 2 2 2 2. So it's really hard to like copy without messing up the walls. It says right to like left. Yeah, I can. I'll do that later. I'm definitely not going to build all that again by hand. So, I'm not going to start on this bit because that's going to be a different time. I'm going to probably start wrapping it up now anyway. Is there a 1 1-to-1 ATST? Yes, there is. It's pretty good. It's over here. We've got some... Well, I say pretty good. It's pretty good for the scale. Yeah, we've got a banner for the eyes again like we did on the 2-to-1 model, which we did recently. There's no 1-to-1 ATST radar though, which is a shame. That looks really cool. Looks good with the detail on side now. When it actually is done though, I'm going to do a full showcase video. What does the sandstone represent? I don't see any sandstone. If you're meaning the birch, there's no reason. It's just part of the shape and it was the closest colour trapdoor, I guess. My arms are going numb because I've been on my computer all day. It's horrible. What else could... If there's anything else you want to see, tell me now because I'll show you it before we go. Still need to remake this. Someone mentioned... Well, someone showed their version of this the other day. It was really, really good. So I want to remake mine. I need to remake this too. This would be a good one. Did I even do a tutorial on this? I don't remember. It's so long ago now. Can I see the 1-to-1 Venator? Yeah, of course you can. You can see the giant engines that lead to nothing. Clone. Let's go over there now, shall we? Yeah, we used to have a framework for the Venator, however, the references just didn't line up properly with all the references, so I decided to start again. I'm not even sure what references I'm using now, but yeah, I started on the engines. You can see they're pretty colossal. Even got a bit of bronze in there for the outside ring, which is from Fallen Order, I think that particular bit is. But yeah, this is a long-term work in progress. Like, this is probably going to be multiple years worth of building, and probably going to be much better to do this in 1.17 when we have the better build height. Sorry, 1.18 actually. Because then there's more room to do it. Can we see Yavin 4? Okay. Again, this was built by Clone 543, very awesome. Obviously, a lot of the ships and vehicles are mine. But the temple, pretty much all him. All these floor markings and everything, all him. The entire temple itself, again, all him. I built that bit. That was the only bit I did. I built the top spire section. He did all the vines. And then you can see my Tanta V4. The Tanta V4 is again going to be in the Patreon. However, this time obviously it's got all the landing gear and it's got an updated colour palette for 1.16. It's also got, I don't know if there's an inside. No, there isn't an inside, but that's fine. Yeah, so landing gear, updated colour scheme. Yeah. Can we see 1-to-1 U-wing? Sure. Inside is on the other one. Let me have a look. Let's have a little look-see. Okay, there is an inside now on this one. So yeah, you got like your airlocks on the side, or the escape pods. I don't know. No, those are airlocks, I think. We've got a corridor here. I'm assuming this is some sort of cell block. Again, this was made by Clone, not me. I don't really do interiors. Big old corridor, and then it's kind of stops here. I don't know. Is this part of it? No, this is part of just. I don't think this bit's done. This is a room. This is not, but there is a lot of floor. Here's the cockpit room. Yeah, I still think the Tanta V4 is 150 meters, not 126. I don't know where they got that from. It's a shame because this model is pretty much obsolete if they keep it like that. I'm pretty sure they changed it just after I actually finished the build as well, which just it's perfect, you know, it's bound to happen. 1-to-1 Ewing, there you go. In terms of these two as well, the Falcon, I don't know, I kind of want to remake it, but I think it's so close to being good enough, even in the current standard, that is it worth it? And then the Ghost has had some minor tweaks, I think. The only thing I actually can see that I know is definitely tweaked is just a warp trapdoor on top. And the, I don't know if the Prismarine stairs were there before, but I don't know. Yeah. One last thing we'll finish off with is just a nice view of the 2-to-1 Juggernaut as it's currently standing. Obviously no underside yet, which Clone will attest to the fact that I'm awful at doing undersides. Like, I can't not do them, but I just tend to ignore them for a long time until the very end of the build. And then by that point it's too late. Yeah, it just needs the this like suspension bits added, some of the shock absorbers, stuff like that, and that whole middle section as well. But yeah, that's really everything that I can show you. I don't want to work on anything else because there's no point. So I'm probably going to end it here. I'll just finish off with the last of your comments if you want to leave any more. How many other Panet builds do you have? I think that's the only one so far. How long this took you? A long time. Too long. Bill yawn. Can we feel the lightsabers up close? Can't like go really close up to them, but I'll give you a kind of rundown of them. I don't know which is which, so don't ask me. Ask Clone if you're gonna. He can tell you. I like that technique. That's really cool. Some double bladed lightsabers. Pretty nice. I mean, that one looks like Luke's, but I'm not sure if it is. I'm guessing it probably is. I know that one's Yoda's. Oh god, that voice. That's horrible. What a way to end the night. I think that's Anakin's. I'm not sure though. Yeah, I'm not very good with lightsabers, I'll be honest with you. Don't ask me which is Obi-Wan's, I wouldn't know. Yeah, anyway, I'm probably going to end it. The stream, I mean, not my life, the stream. Because my voice is dying and I really need a drink of water, and I've shown everything that I possibly can. So, thank you for watching very much. I'll end, because a couple of people said 1-to-1 Zeta class. There you go, there it is. See you later, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for Clone and Darksider being here as well. Nice to have them around. Yeah, cheers, guys, and I'll see you all in the next tutorial. Goodbye.